Hello, my name is Norma. Welcome to another Debt Confessions video. This is probably episode 5 of our Debt Confessions journey. It is April, which means quarter 1 has just finished. And when we started this journey, I've just got all my notes over here. We started with 483,000 Rand in debt. Just over 483,000 Rand. So specifically, it was 483,721 Rand in debt. We have 3 debts that we are currently tackling this year, 2026, which is 2 loans and 1 school fees. Now, I know school fees is technically not a debt, but you still owe the school. And as a couple who is self-employed, we don't want school fees to be part of something that we struggle with every single month when we're having our tough months as, being entrepreneurs. So we decided to tackle school fees first. So we have paid off school fees. We paid off school fees in February, and the total amount was 40,750. I'm still going to share the screen and show you our dates. But yeah, the total debt of the school fees, so debt number 1 was 40,750 done. And then we have debt number 2 that we have started tackling. We started tackling that in March, and the total loan amount was 81,100 Rand when we started tackling it, and we are now left with 44,100 Rand, which means in loan 2 or debt 2, which is the loan, we have paid 37,000 in total so far. So that means in total, the amount that we have paid into our debt in quarter 1 is 77,750 Rand in 2026. So if I grab my calculator, I'll take the amount that we owe when we started the journey, 483,721, and minus 77,750. That means we are left with 405,971 Rands. So it's still a lot of money. It's still a long way to go, but I am proud of ourselves because 77,750, we could have used it for other things. We could have used it on things that we don't need, but we have mentally decided that this year we are being aggressive with tackling our debt because our main goal is to build wealth, and it is very difficult to build wealth when you are in debt. So now I'm going to share the screen, and then we're going to start looking at how are we doing this, and basically I'm going to share my 3 tips that I recommend for anyone who's also trying to pay off debt, who's on this journey or who's starting with this journey. And if you haven't looked at your debt, I would say strategy number 1 is to actually sit down with your budget planner. If you don't have a budget planner, I'm currently running an Easter sale, so you can grab yours. It's available, and at the back it's got a section for you to actually list out all your debts and sit down with your husband. If it's the both of you as a couple, if it's just you, then have just an hour of auditing your finances and write down all your debts. So everybody that you owe, write it down. Write down how much you owe the people. Write down the interest rates that is charged on that debt. Write down the minimum payments that is required every single month, and then write down the due date for that. And now it's going to give you a clear picture of what is it that you owe and what you need to get rid of. You can calculate all of that together, and then you have a bit of an understanding of what you're working with. But if you do need help with this, I am available. I do offer one-on-ones, but I do have an amazing bootcamp, 4-week bootcamp that I am launching from the 3rd of May, but it's available right now to join. I will close the doors on the 2nd of May. It's called the Wealth Club Bootcamp, but I'll tell you more about it a little bit later. Alrighty, so now we are having a look at my budget spreadsheet, and this is basically how I look at our money and what is coming in, what is going out. In the spreadsheet, you can track your income, you can track your needs, you can track your debt, you can track your wants. And obviously the main focus right now is on this one here, the debt, specifically the big debt. So if we have a look at where we started, this is personal loan 1, personal loan 2, and then school fees, which is obviously done. This over here has gone all the way down to 44,100 Rand. And what I want to try to do today is actually get rid of it so that we can have a clear idea of what we are chasing. So I'm going to take this off and I'm going to go 44,100. And this is basically how much we are chasing right now. And if I go to the debt calculator, yep, so the focus is going to be on this debt over here. Okay, so by doing this, you get to see how much I'm actually owing now in total. But by doing this, it does mess up with my debt journey here on the rollover, because now it's reflecting that I've paid this extra on the current balance. So that is why I never change this over here. And I don't recommend it if you have your own spreadsheet. It's going to automatically change itself here on the debt rollover. So I'm going to bring everything back so that we can track it accurately. So now if we go back to the debt rollover, now as you can see, it's showing accurately how much we'll end up paying into interest, how long it's going to take us to become debt free just by paying minimum payments. Obviously, we are not just paying minimum payments, we're paying whatever we have extra into our debt. And the goal is for us to pay this one off like as soon as possible. I'm hoping by the end of this month. I don't know if it's possible. I'm just being a little bit realistic, looking at how things are going right now with the business. As you all know, I'm self-employed. I am not employed by anyone. I don't have a base salary coming in. We make our own income, which there is power in that, but it also means it is not predictable. And you can, as someone who's self-employed, you can see if the month is not going to go in your favor. So I'm already seeing like April is not really going in my favor, but it doesn't mean I'm going to give up. I'm going to keep going. So I'm going to share some 3 tips that I would recommend that you do if you're also in the same journey, which is tip number 1. I highly recommend that you have a income strategy. So for me, it is possible because we make our own income. So I can strategically say, I'm going to post this much content and I know that I'm going to make this much on YouTube ads. So if you're watching an ad of this video and I have posted maybe 5 times a week instead of 2 times a week, that means I'm going to make more money than normal. So basically having an idea of how to be strategic with your income to make more this month so that you can use whatever you have to pay into debt. Now you might say, Norma, I'm not self-employed. I'm just, I've got my normal 8 to 5 job and a salary. Then I do recommend looking at things you're not using in your household and sell them on Facebook Marketplace. I sold my Cricut machine that I'm not using. I have 2 sticker cutting machines. I sold one because I'm not using it. I sold my iron press to press onto these kind of t-shirts. I no longer use that. I sold that and I made 2,000 Rand from that. So just look at things that you're not using in your household and sell them. If you've got children, they grow out of clothes. Skylar's Crocs, she grows out of those Crocs so quickly. We literally sell them and we make some money from them. Sometimes we obviously give away a lot of her clothes, but things that are in really good condition that we can make some money back, then we sell it and we put it into debt or we put it into her savings or anything like that. But the best way is to build a brand. So I do teach this in my Financial Literacy Academy, which is only $13 a month for you to learn literally how to build a profitable brand. Now, this is not overnight. It does take some time, but this is the reason why I am able to work the way I work. I am able to earn my time. I'm able to manage my own income. No one is telling me how much I'm going to earn. The ceiling for me is non-existent. It's uncapped. I can make as much as I want to make depending on how much I put in the work in the month. So I highly recommend learning how to build a brand, invest in yourself, learn a skill, and build that brand to sell your product, especially digital products. And if you need help with that, then join my mentorship program. It's a monthly mentorship program. We have our exclusive WhatsApp group. I see you every single week, and I help you and I nurture you into building a profitable brand. And I show you everything that I'm doing and everything that other people are doing as well. Literally, I had a mentor. A lot of big brand owners that you see right now had mentors. You can try and do it on your own, which is perfectly fine. Obviously, if you look at your budget, you're like, I cannot afford a mentor right now. But to invest in yourself is the best investment you would ever make. It's the best investment over stocks and properties. Investing in yourself is what's going to help you become a better version and learn that skill that will one day get you out of a full-time job. So a few ways how I make my own income is not by having many jobs or anything like that. It's literally just using what I am known for and making different streams of income from that. So, for example, right now this video is going to get money from Google AdSense, from Google Ads. So from digital products, so my spreadsheet and other digital products, I make money from that. I also have physical products, my binders, my wallets, my budget planners, one-on-one debt coaching sessions. I make money from that. Commission, affiliate marketing, all of that. I make money from that, and sometimes I work with brands. So it is literally one niche that I'm known for, which is personal finance, which has brought in more than 5 streams of income. That's what I mean when I say you need to build a brand, and then that brand will bring in many streams of income. And I can teach you that in my Financial Literacy Academy. The second tip that I have for you, which is what we are currently doing, it's what we've currently done as well, is to restructure your budget. Every single month, sit down, have a look at your budget and restructure it and set challenges for yourselves. So the one challenge we did for Q1, which I'm also going to bring into Q2, as it is April now, it's Q2. The one challenge we did is a no spend challenge. So it's not that we are no spending money. We obviously still have essential stuff to pay for, but it means that we are only doing that. We are only paying for our needs. We are only spending money on essentials. So things that are wants, things that we don't need, things that are not really a priority, we're not going to spend on. Now, it's not to say we are perfect and we are never tempted or anything like that. We do sometimes obviously fall into such temptation when Skylar's like, Mommy, I really want to have Burger King or anything like that. And then we try and stay in budget, but we do our best not to spend on non-essential things so that we can use whatever extra money that we have that we would have spent on eating out or buying clothes or anything like that. We just put it into our debt. So that is number one of structuring your budget, having a look to see what have you spent money on that you don't need, and then start only spending money on things that you need so that you can use whatever you have extra and to put into that debt. And this is just temporary. This is only for now. I'm not always going to be on a no spend challenge, but for now, the pain of being on a no spend challenge for now is going to benefit me in the future. Another way to make sure you have a good structure for your budget is to track every single day what you're spending your money on. Now, you already know that I do not recommend spending your money every single day. I have a 1 by day a week. So that for us is a Sunday. That's when we actually go out and we buy groceries after church, or, buy something online as a treat for Skylar or whatever. One day, and we're not spending money the other 6 days, unless it is an emergency to need. Of course, that is different, that is unplanned. But for what we plan, it is one day a week. But if you are not there yet, you also don't want to set yourself up for failure and then feel like budgeting doesn't work. Then what you just need to do is to track every time you spend money, write it down. And then at the end of the week or at the end of the month, when you're doing your audit, ask yourself, what did I spend my money on? And was it a need or a want or a debt or a savings or an investment? Like, categorize your spending so that you know where is your money actually going and what are your money leaks. And like I said, the Budget for Freedom Planner is on sale, so you can grab that, and that will also help you track your daily spending. Another thing that we do in our budget as well, just to make sure that everything is structured the way we want to, is we actually look at our debt numbers every single day and we talk about it. So we update ourselves every single day of how much we have to go, how much we have transferred today, and I have this extra 50 Rand. Should I put it in? Yeah, let's put it in. And we'll just literally, it's just becoming like normal to talk about it. It's normal to be in this journey and be excited about the little wins that we have during the week. And how we do that is through our bank app, of course, our FNB bank app. That's where our loans are, and also through our spreadsheets, the spreadsheet that I just showed you. That is where we keep track of everything as well, of all of our numbers, and we actually discuss it and talk about it and keep track and celebrate each and every win. Yeah, so that is basically what we do when it comes to structuring our budgets. And if you feel like, gosh, Norma, this is exactly what I need help with structuring my budget. I don't have an income issue. I actually earn a good income. I just don't know what on earth is going on with my budget. Why can't I get out of this debt? Then I do welcome you to join my Wealth Club bootcamp that is starting on the 3rd of May. It is available below. You'll be able to book a one-on-one with me. I'll be able to create your spreadsheet and kind of dive deep into understanding what is happening with your money, give you a roadmap of how you're going to get out of debt and how to start and what to look at and what to use, and kind of help you brainstorm and unpack also other income that you're expecting that you haven't even probably thought of. You'll also have access to 3 masterclasses, a masterclass on financial audits. Also, it's going to help you with your mindset and your faith in God, especially when it comes to your finances. You'll have access to a masterclass on debt and another masterclass on building wealth and understanding everything you need to know on investment and how tax works and SARS and retirement and all of that. So I'll have all of that linked below. Tip number 3, the last tip that I do have, which I've already mentioned, is to please learn a skill that will help you create an income producing asset. So learn a skill like learning Canva, and Canva will help you to learn how to create an ebook about maybe weight loss, and then learning how to market that ebook, how to use social media, how to build a profitable brand, how to use TikTok or YouTube so that you can make sales. So invest in those kind of things. I have a financial literacy academy, which I think is very affordable. It's around 220 Rand, I think, a month. But there's so many other people who also have courses, who have memberships and masterminds and masterclasses on how to learn a skill that will be profitable for your life one day, that you can also join and invest in that. But I do highly recommend that. This is how I ended up doing what I love. And if you feel like you would love to be coached by me, you would love a weekly meeting, a monthly meeting, then you're going to love the Financial Literacy Academy, and it is at your own pace. So that is basically our journey right now in debt. That is how we are paying off debt. Those are the tips that I have for you. That is our debt confession. And hopefully on the next video that I'm going to record, which will probably be in the next week or two, I'm going to be happy to let you know that we are like now on the 300,000 number because we are literally left with around 6,000 Rand to then, now or around 300,000 Rand in debt, which will be amazing to see, as much as it's still going to be a lot, but it's going to be amazing to see. So thank you so much for watching, everybody. And please could you give this video a like? Please could you comment if you found it interesting, if you have something to say, and keep it obviously kind as usual. Subscribe if you haven't, it will support me. Share it with a friend, I really do appreciate that. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.